Hey y'all, I'm Misbehaving, and the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. Today is Friday, February 23rd, 2024, and this video is very important to me because it's concerning the queen of all media, Wendy Williams. Where is Wendy Williams? Why is her family being blocked from seeing her and knowing where she's at? Wells Fargo, Debmar Mercury, corrupt New York judge, crooked lawyers, greedy court appointed guardians, shady business managers, and money hungry doctors lacking ethics have all colluded to rob Wendy Williams of her money, assets, freedom, and intellectual property. There is no justification for Wendy Williams' family to not know what facility she is in, especially her only child, Kevin Hunter Jr. Little Kevin is over the age of 20 currently, and prior to his mother being swept away and hidden from him, he was her power of attorney. However, a guardian was appointed by a New York judge, unbeknownst to the family. Wells Fargo Bank prevented Wendy from having access to any of her funds, although a Wells Fargo Bank employee had managed Wendy Williams' account for years. There's something nefarious going on, and I'm afraid that we're not going to see Wendy Williams again. And it's not so much we, the fans. Her family will not get the opportunity to see Wendy Williams again until either one of two things happen. All of Wendy Williams' financial resources are depleted and she's completely destitute, at which time the state would have to provide Wendy Williams care, or she is no longer living here on earth. And both scenarios are unfortunate. There is no justification at all. Now, all of a sudden, the family has not been included the entire time. They have no knowledge of who's taking care of Wendy Williams. But out of the blue, yesterday, February 22nd, 2024, all of a sudden it's been released that Wendy Williams has been diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. That is personal medical information. That is a HIPAA violation. And people that do not have any experience in healthcare, it would make you think that, okay, this dementia is something that happened recently. Um, they love to point out Wendy Williams' past history and addiction to alcohol and substance. So let me share this with you. Dementia occurs over time. There's early dementia, middle dementia, and late dementia. In 2017, I believe it was during Halloween, Wendy Williams was dressed in her Statue of Liberty costume. And it's my opinion as a registered nurse, Wendy had a stroke on the air. We witnessed that. Wendy was reading the teleprompter, talking, and then she began slurring her words, and then she lost her balance and she fainted. They tried to attribute it to dehydration, but I have a feeling, due to me knowing dementia is not a diagnosis or a disease that happens over the span of 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. It gradually and it progresses in severity to where in the later stages, a patient is unable to speak, they're unable to feed themselves, they're, completely bedridden. That's in the later stages. So I believe Detmar Mercury has been aware of Wendy Williams' diagnosis. I believe that Wendy's ex husband was also aware. Um, I believe no one stepped in, you know, if Wendy was, partaking in over drinking alcohol, they didn't have any problem at all. So, in essence, Wendy Williams was exploited. And once they were able to get Kevin Hunter Sr. out of the picture, the wolves descended. The wolves always had their hands out when Kevin was around, but they couldn't do exactly what they wanted because he was there. But once he was out of the picture, the gloves were off. It is scary to know that someone with Wendy's wealth is able to be hidden and her family not granted access to her. And why would there be a court appointed guardian to oversee her care when originally the excuse she needed a court appointed guardian to oversee her financial resources? It is something nefarious going on. No one is sounding the alarm. No one is making it go viral. I'm quite upset. It's so early in the morning. I mean, so many people are online making this Risa Tisa saga go viral, and everyone's talking about that, but nobody's concerned that Wendy Williams is missing. And not only that, her family has not seen her. Her niece was recently on The View and she stated she spoke to Wendy. But girl, she doesn't even know if she was speaking to an AI generated voice or anything. Don't believe anything you hear. You need to put eyes on your loved one. And with dementia, Wendy is not going to remember a telephone number. And as the disease progresses, her memory is going to become impacted even more. As far as the aphasia, she's going to have trouble expressing herself, what she's feeling, what she's going through. She may have trouble understanding what someone else is speaking. She may even have trouble with written language, what's being written. So there at no point in time within the past 7 years was Wendy Williams of sound mind to give permission for anyone to make decisions on her behalf. The only person that should have been involved with that is her son, Kevin Hunter Jr. And she has educators in her family. It's not like Wendy comes from a family of uh, people that have never had a career, aren't college educated, looking for a handout, and their livelihood would depend on whatever Wendy Williams could provide them. They make a point of keep throwing out the fact that Wendy excessively drinks. You all were providing her with the alcohol. You all were doing that. And it's unfortunate. I need everyone to have the same vigor that they had freeing Britney Spears from her conservatorship. I want you to apply the same pressure for Wendy Williams, especially for those of you that are members of the LGBTQIA community, because she has always been a strong advocate for you. We have seen signs over the years before Wendy left the Wendy Williams shows of her forgetting topics on the show, forgetting who celebrities were, or getting the stories wrong. We saw the signs, we just didn't know. So we need justice for Wendy Williams and her family. Now, this photo up here is a movie called I Care a Lot, and it's on Netflix. If you don't have Netflix, find a friend that'll give you access. Hell, you might be able to Google it on YouTube. But watch this movie. This is a movie about a guardian, and it shows each person in the system, doctors, judges, lawyers, all involved of swindling seniors out of their money, their homes, insurance, and preventing loved ones from seeing them. So please watch this movie. And please, you guys, Less free, Wendy Williams. I'm Misbehaving. The name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. And hey, even celebrities are real people too. My heart goes out to Wendy Williams and her family, especially her son, patients with dementia. Their short term memory is greatly impacted, and they have some long term memory. And I can guarantee you, Wendy will remember her son. When you have someone with dementia, you have to put them in surroundings that are familiar to them, like Wendy's home that she had bought. That was something familiar to her. Wendy has enough financial resources where there could have been a around the clock caregiver provided for her while she's still walking and able to do some talking to meet her needs. I believe Wendy Williams is purposely being hidden, and nothing good can come from preventing her from seeing her loved ones. She needs to have photos of her younger days around her. We all know she loves the color purple. We know that there are special rings and brooches that she loves wearing. You have to surround Wendy Williams with items that she can remember faces of people. I am a registered nurse. I began my career as a CNA. I was an LVN, and now I'm a registered nurse. I've worked with dementia patients, and actually, when I first became a nurse, that was my love. So I cared for dementia patients in various stages in a locked facility. So, yeah, everyone, prayers will be greatly needed for Wendy Williams. And as she said in that documentary clip, her name is Wendy Hunter. That clip was shared. I just wanted to cry. I wanted to cry. And for people trying to blame the family had no control whatsoever. You need to question Wells Fargo Bank, question Debmar Mercury, question the judge that appointed the guardian. Who is the guardian? Who is the judge? Who was this employee of Bank of America that had handled Wendy Williams' money for years? And who are these managers that were around Wendy Williams? Where are they at? So, anyway, y'all have a beautiful day. Stay safe in these YouTube streets. Goodbye.